Ever get that, like, amazing feeling after a good run? Like you could conquer the world.
Totally. Or like when you just can't resist a big piece of dark chocolate.
Yes. Well, our deep dive today might actually explain those moments of bliss.
Oh.
We're going to unlock the mysteries of the endocannabinoid system.
The ECS.
Yeah, the ECS. It's this hidden network in your body that scientists, believe it or not, only discovered in the 1990s.
It's wild, right? I mean, it's been quietly working behind the scenes all along,
I know.
and we're just now starting to grasp how it impacts, well, everything. Mood, memory, you name it.
So let's break down what we know so far. Okay, you know how your body's always striving for this like balance, that steady state where everything's running smoothly.
Absolutely.
That's key.
It's like a perfectly tuned orchestra,
Yes.
and the ECS is like the conductor behind it all, constantly making these micro adjustments to keep things in check.
Okay, I like that. So how does it do that?
Well, through this fascinating trio of players,
Yeah.
endocannabinoids, receptors, and enzymes.
Okay, so it's like this complex messenger system inside us.
Exactly, like a well-coordinated relay race.
Tell me more about these messengers.
Okay, so picture endocannabinoids like tiny ships, right?
Okay.
Carrying crucial messages throughout your body. One of these is anandamide, often called the bliss molecule.
Bliss molecule, I like that.
Yeah, remember that runner's high we talked about?
Yeah, yeah.
Anandamide plays a key role in that feeling of euphoria.
Interesting.
And, get this, dark chocolates can actually increase anandamide levels in your brain.
Okay, so that's why I crave chocolate after a tough workout. It all makes sense now. But it's not all about bliss, right? There's like another key endocannabinoid,
You're right, there's 2-AG.
2-AG.
Yeah, and it's less about euphoria and more about keeping your immune system running smoothly. Think of it as the peacekeeper.
The peacekeeper.
Yeah, helping to regulate inflammation and ensure your immune system is functioning optimally.
Okay, so we've got our bliss molecule, our peacekeeper. What about those receptors you mentioned? What role do they play in all of this?
Well, our messengers need a place to deliver their messages.
Right, makes sense.
That's where receptors come in. They're like tiny docking stations located throughout your body.
Right.
And we've got two main types, CB1 and CB2 receptors.
Okay, and what's the difference?
So CB1 receptors, you'll mostly find those in the brain and nervous system,
Mhm.
influencing things like mood, memory, and how we perceive pain.
So that's where anandamide might be docking to create those feelings of bliss.
Exactly. Now, CB2 receptors, those are primarily found in the immune system,
Mm-hmm.
and they play a huge role in modulating inflammation and our immune response. That's 2-AG's domain.
Wow, this system is incredibly intricate. It really makes you wonder if these endocannabinoids can, like, dock with receptors in our bodies, what happens when we introduce external cannabinoids, like the ones we find in cannabis?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Right.
So when you consume cannabis, the cannabinoids in it, like THC and CBD, they can actually interact with our ECS receptors. THC, for instance, primarily binds with those CB1 receptors in the brain,
Ah, okay.
which is why it can produce that, psychoactive effect.
Right. CBD, on the other hand, CBD is interesting. It has a more complex interaction influencing multiple pathways within the ECS.
So the ECS helps explain why cannabis has such a wide range of effects on people.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Beyond its interaction with cannabis, the ECS holds immense potential for, like, addressing a whole bunch of health conditions.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Scientists are super interested in how it relates to things like chronic pain, neurological disorders,
Like what?
like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Even its role in regulating the immune system, helping it fight off diseases.
Wow. It sounds like we're just scratching the surface of what this system can do.
Absolutely. We've got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And while the ECS isn't some kind of cure-all magic bullet,
Understanding how to support its natural functions, I think, could be absolutely revolutionary. I mean, we could develop new therapeutic approaches for all sorts of conditions.
it's really incredible. I mean, if this complex system is always working in the background, influencing our mood, our immunity, even our response to things like chocolate,
Right.
what can we be doing on a daily basis to support its natural functions, to achieve, optimal well-being? It's a lot to think about.
It really is.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the incredible world of the endocannabinoid system.